Welcome to Sips and Stories, where your journey matters, your story inspires, and every episode is a space to uncover what truly makes people thrive. Join me as we dive into real conversation with amazing guests, each one sharing the moments, lessons, and experiences that shaped who they are today. I'd love to hear from you, too. What's your journey? What's your story? And most importantly, what makes you thrive? We'll see you on the next story. Hi, everybody. I'm Sandy Shook, and welcome to Sips and Stories. Today I have Sarah Grant with me with the Treehouse Cafe. Sarah, if you can introduce yourself and let everybody know here and out there what it is that the cafe offers.
Awesome. Hi everybody. My name is Sarah Grant. I'm the owner of Treehouse Cafe. We are at 5965 North Academy, Suite 203 in Colorado Springs. We are a cafe that offers holistic, healthy kind of food, more along the lines of like acai bowls. We have a lot of local bakers, so we use Bella's Bagels, and we absolutely love Bella's Bagels. We have another local baker called Early Bird, and we do all of her cinnamon rolls. So just bringing locals into our space is our number one thing. We have over 47 vendors that are actually selling their wares, jewelry to mushroom tinctures to, you name it, I have it. Yeah. It's all over there. And then we also do 65 events every month in our cafe. So this is something along the lines of grief counseling to art classes to sisterhood circles to Herbal Hours with Master Herbalist, me, Sarah Grant. So, yeah. Very cool. Did y'all get that? This is awesome. And the space is, it's kind of centralized now into Colorado Springs, so it's just a great location. And I love having coffee here just because I can typically find a spot and I can hear who I'm meeting with. That's nice, right?
So, but you were not always living in Colorado Springs.
Mm-hmm. From
I know that earlier tonight you probably shared your story a couple times. So
yeah,
what brought you here?
I ran away and got married at 19. And I ran away and married a kid that I grew up with in Wisconsin. He joined the Army, and that was a smart thing to do to get out of where I was. So he went to Iraq and served 15 months in Iraq, and then he got med-boarded out of the Army. So, yeah. Wow. And you have a daughter. Yes, so many years after that, I happily divorced that one. And then I have a daughter. She's 10, and her name is Willow. And she actually teaches art classes here for kids. Once a month on the first Sunday between 12 and 2, she teaches, she's named it Renew You Art Class.
Oh,
so
that's sweet.
She's doing origami one day, vision boards another day. It's kind of whatever she wants to do.
And does she have an age range that she's?
She wants to stick to like 5 to 13.
Oh wow, 5-year-olds.
Yeah.
Really? Wow. When you came out here though, when we met, you had told me you actually talked your dad into moving out here.
Yeah. Yeah.
I want to go into that first, and then we'll go into some of the things why you got into what you're doing.
Where we were from, it's not that great of an area. And he was making maybe $10, $11 an hour as a general manager at a Culver's in Wisconsin. And so when I moved out here, there was a Culver's that went up for sale off of Lake Avenue. And I said, Dad, this is your moment to come out and buy a Culver's, something that he's always wanted to do. So
he was already working at a Culver's, so he knew the general setup and everything. Oh, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yep.
Okay, so how did you get into the wellness?
So I have what's called polycystic ovarian syndrome. Most of you guys know it as PCOS. Most women that have like infertility issues or hormonal issues know what PCOS is. Basically, when you go to the doctor and you say, I have PCOS, they say, well, you can shoot your arm up with hormones. You can live on a prescription for the rest of your life. And it was like 9 pills a day. And I'm maybe 20 years old. And I'm like, why would I need to take 9 pills a day at 20? So it just didn't make sense. And so I went through all the research that I could find and found there was a doctor doing studies where there are high concentrations of women with PCOS, which is environmental. It's hormonal disruption. And so they were on this protocol, and I did this protocol, and I got my monthly. And I said, hey, you know, this is what's working. Went back to the same doctor, and he was like, it's just a coincidence. And I was like, all right. So then I ignored it for 4 months and didn't get a cycle. And then
Wait, you ignored the protocol that you were on?
Yeah. So I didn't do the protocol for 4 months. Went back to just having a coincidence, right? And then 4 months after, I went and did the protocol again. I got my cycle, went back to the same doctor, and I was like, look, right? You're 20 years old. You're trying to tell off a doctor who is coming to you and saying, no, you got to be on, you know, drugs for the rest of your life. And I was like, no, it works. And he's like, it's just a coincidence. And I was like, all right, that's when I knew I had to take my health into my own hands. Mm-hmm. So I went and got a degree in complementary alternative medicine with an emphasis in herbalism. So I run Colorado's largest holistic society. So I gathered up as many holistic practitioners as I could and started my own group. So we're about 3,000 holistic practitioners deep in Colorado Springs.
Oh, wow.
And
you did that in your 20s?
Yeah. Wait, how old am I? So late 20s.
Yeah, I don't know.
Late
What
20s.
are you, 25 now?
Yeah. So it's basically finding out, right, what's needed in this life, right? Herbalism, nutrition, right? It wasn't just run to the doctor and just get a quick pill, for me at least. And, you know, that's not for everybody, and I totally understand. But I did the research, and I went to school for it, and I learned as much as I could. So, all while also teaching children. So I taught early childhood education for 17 years.
Oh, wow. I didn't realize it was that long.
Yeah.
So just so everybody knows out there, Sarah actually was the daycare mom to my grandniece.
Yeah.
And I found that out when I think we set up our coffee, right?
Right.
Or maybe when I posted your picture, my niece said, oh, she was my daycare mom.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, after having Willow, I opened a crunchy childcare in my home.
A crunchy. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, it's super crunchy.
What does that mean?
It means they go play in the dirt.
Oh.
Right? It means there's no screens. It means, you know, there's no plastic toys screaming at you. It's that you go find, you know, sticks and play with them.
Well, you did grow up in the Midwest, so.
Yeah, right. Yep.
You learned well.
Mm-hmm.
You actually were going to open up a different center here in town.
So I did.
You did.
So there was, so after having my herbalism business for a long time, I would sell teas at the farmers markets and do herbal consultations and make products and sold online. Moving into the Essential Wellness Society to have like a hub, because there was so many people in the group that we kind of needed like a wellness center where we all came together and it was a collective, right? So I actually bought land, and I bought a commercial building off of Austin Bluffs right before Union. And in this space, we painted it, we changed it as much as we could, tried to turn it into like the most, you know, cutesy little wellness center. We had indigenous healing and Reiki and counseling, biomagnetism, herbalism, all the things that were trying to come together. And those were all independent businesses. 3 months after I owned it, the city of Colorado Springs came and said, we're actually taking your land underneath eminent domain. So completely screwed over by the city. And when eminent domain happens, there's nothing that you can do. I mean, you can try and fight, but right where I was, which is off, it's like a block down from Dunkin' Donuts, if you guys know where it is. There were 3 other buildings and 2 residential homes that were also being taken. And those guys that owned those buildings were so ready to retire. They had been doing this. They were like, we don't take my land and pay me 3 times the amount, right? They did not care if their land was going to be taken. So because it was being given to them 3 times the amount that they bought it for. They had been there 20 years. I had just bought that building. And so 3 months prior, I didn't have much in the building. So when you get just compensation, it's just what you've bought it for, right? Or they're going to pay the loan back. So it was pivot time, right? I'm the only one putting food on the table. I'm the only one, creating this life. So it was pivot. What do I do next? And that's when Pike's Perk actually sold to someone. And due to the amount of reno that was supposed to happen, they actually could not afford that. And so I was able to come in and do that reno. And
it took you 4 months?
6 months.
Oh, 6 months.
Wow. Yeah. And I was on them. I was, let's go. What are you guys doing? But it still took that long. So yes, new flooring, painting. The ceiling is green. The ceiling is this color. So when I said to the guys, I want the ceiling green, they didn't believe me. They were like, who's in charge?
I want it crunchy.
And I was like, I want it green, damn it.
Yeah.
So, got it green, busted out the counters and new grease trap and huge water heater, hand sinks that were appropriate. And according to new city stuff,
just FYI,
you have to have a new grease trap put in, even if you're grandfathered in. So I paid $16,000 to take out a grease trap to put a new one in.
Yeah.
So, right? And so, you have to follow these rules for city to even open you. And we don't have a fryer or a grill back there. There's no real grease, So that's why we do also have the healthier alternative food, is because we don't have the capability with a hood. So offering acai bowls and sandwiches and stuff like that.
So your calendar was completely full for this month, and it's very full for next month. When do you actually put all that together, and who puts that together
I do. I do all of it. So now I will say I've had a huge amount of following from the Wellness Center, and I don't know if I would be as big as I am now here in this space without that following. These people saw that I was opening this dream wellness center and building all of these beautiful things and having holistic health come together as a community, and then to have that just stripped from you, right?
Yeah. Even
if you worked so hard to own the land and this, that, and the other, there's nothing you can do. So a lot of that group came over and they saw what I was doing. Some of this stuff that's around here was in the Wellness Center.
Oh, wow.
So it kind of adds that value over here. But people see the mission. And so I'm not the only one putting the calendar together. Yes, I read all the emails. But it's people saying, hey, I'm a professional in grief counseling. Can I offer this for your people? Heck yeah, let's do it. Hey, I'm a professional in finance, and I want to teach people how to build their credit. Cool, let's do it. I have the Rocky Mountain Ski and Shop coming, and they're going to teach how to wax your board if you want to learn how to snowboard and wax your board. So everybody's just coming out of the woodworks like, what can I do? So I look at it as a Skillshare space, right? Because when you're a professional in your field, there's something you can teach and educate the general public on, right? Or our community or whatever it is. And so if it's, how can I better fix my credit score, which I have no idea anything about credit scores, right?
I can help you.
Right, right. So, or, you know, I want to buy my first home. How do I do that?
I can help you with that too. And I know realtors.
So, the Skillshare, right,
cool.
is now moving into more of, okay, now we want gatherings to come. These women that are coming and just knitting together.
Well, and when I came this afternoon early, it was like the whole space was full of people doing different things. Was that Mahjong?
Mahjong.
Mahjong? Mm-hmm. I never played it.
Yep. Mahjong ladies come on Thursdays from 1 to 4.
And I think that's so neat to have those groups.
Yeah, and it's about holding space, right? And although this is a secluded area, there's other things that aren't even mentioned on our calendar that meet here. So, you know, they're utilizing the space, and that's what fills my bucket.
Yeah.
I want people to come in, check out the space. This is one of those spaces where you can turn off the news, you can turn off social media, and get out a board game and play with your kid, or, you know, get out a tarot deck. They're over there. You can play with tarot.
Just be careful.
No.
I don't know. I've never done it.
Third Friday every single month we have a metaphysical night. So if you haven't done it, you can definitely come and learn what an oracle deck is and all that kind of stuff.
Okay. And you have something going on almost every day of the week, even Saturdays and Sundays,
Yeah,
right?
so usually about 2 events a day.
Okay. And of course, those can be found on Treehouse Cafe, COS.com, right?
Yep, and on all of our socials.
Yeah, yeah. So what is it, when you were growing up, what kind of things did you do when you were growing up? I mean,
Oh, you're going to love this.
yeah,
So
they're going to love it.
I am a master herbalist, which means I love to go out into the mountains and I need to find all different kinds of herbs that can help me with sleep or hormone regulation or my moods or whatever I need. So as a kid, I would just go out and play with leaves and
You were
dirt.
the first crunchy?
Yeah, like make mud pies and try and feed it to the younger kids in the neighborhood, you know, like
Yeah.
playing with nature and being out in nature and climbing trees and things like that. I lived a block away from Lake Michigan.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh.
So playing over there.
Boo.
Yeah. Right. Yep.
Oh, my. So, okay, and then you came out because of the Army.
Yeah.
Never look back.
No. No. No, I go there often for like the Wisconsin Dells.
Oh, okay.
You know, you gotta love the
I
Dells.
love how you say that, Wisconsin. See,
Wisconsin.
my Minnesota accent isn't. Come in if you need, to hear the accent.
Don't you know? Yeah, you betcha.
You were a crunchy girl when you were growing up. So did you teach that to others here then, besides the kids that do you do that now?
Yeah, so I have an herbal hour every Wednesday from 12 to 1 where we just nerd out over herbs. That's completely free. And it's me teaching people how to utilize herbs that grow around us, the bio harvested herbs that grow around us. And we can utilize that for ailments that we have. Most people come to me for like anxiety, depression, hormonal things, and sleep deprivation, right? That's like most of my
most
clients.
Business owners.
Right. So it's about finding balance within the herbs, but it's also physical, emotional, mental, spiritual. As an herbalist, I'm not going to be cracking your body, but I know a good chiropractor that can. There's reasons of why different modalities help each other. Same thing with business owners. When you have a client and you hear one of their needs, I know someone. So it's important to network and and build those people around you.
Right, right. And I know that it's not easy for some people to actually talk about their journey.
Yeah.
What are some of the, besides eminent domain, what are some of the things that you ran into, especially after you had all the construction done here? Did you have any other things that you had?
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, so this room was not built to code.
Oh, wow.
And so when I first got the space and signed the lease, they were like, you have to tear it down. And I was like, there's no way I'm going to tear this down. This is the only way I was making money, because I was just renting it out to people that wanted it before we opened. And they said, well, you need to get a GC to come in, a general contractor to come in and make sure that, you know, the walls are good and whatever. And that was like $3,500 just for him to come. It's good.
No way.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, yeah.
You did put new doors on it, though.
No, those were there.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh.
So anyway, that was a hurdle. There's also other hurdles of listening to other people around me that are like, well, where are your burgers and fries? You're never going to make it. So, or that, you know, as a full-time single mom, you're not going to be able to work here and take care of your kid and whatever. I have a beautiful staff. I've got 9 beautiful staff members that work, and they love to work here.
And they are really great.
Yeah.
I know there were other reasons why I said I love coming in here, but yeah, I never have. Yeah, they're just great.
Well, they're friendly. They're so, you know, they like to work here. They want to be here. They see what huge community it brings and provides. And so it's really important, right? I mean, like last Saturday, we had a clothing swap. 250 women came. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know how many clothes that was? Like every woman
Everybody
at least
cleaned out
brought
their
20
closet.
pieces, right?
Yeah.
So heaping piles of clothes everywhere, and all of it went to a nonprofit afterwards, which was
that's neat.
Because We Care nonprofit, and they're supplying clothes for homeless and underprivileged. So it's about bringing community, right? So little things like that.
Did you come up with that idea for the clothing
I've
swap?
had a clothing swap for the last 6 years.
Wow.
So I've been doing it seasonally. I love hand-me-downs. So
Well, I grew up on. Okay, so I have how many sisters? 6 sisters and 1 brother, and there were 5 of us that were a year apart. So we every winter we would get to go, or fall we could get to go through boxes of our sisters, you know, stuff that they wore last year because they were too tall to fit into them.
right, right.
I mean, so, and I really do like to go thrifting, just because I think that, you know, a lot of people are very wasteful, and I like to take what they don't like anymore.
Right.
And then I don't feel guilty about donating it again if I decide, okay, I'm over that one. Yeah.
There's a certain point of like sustainability in a clothing swap, you know. The other thing that we're doing is the Pikes Peak Herb Fest.
Tell me about that. I don't know.
The Pikes Peak Herb Fest has been around for 22 years, and we do it at the Westside Community Center. We've done it at the City Auditorium when it was up and running, and it's a herb nerd out holistic event, right?
So Sarah likes to nerd out a lot.
I do.
She just finds everybody that likes to nerd out.
Right. So basically it's herbalists coming together and educating our community. It's always a free event, and having educational space there. We have live music, seed swap, just really trying to get people to
Be healthier.
sustain on their own, right?
Yeah. And do you, at that, is it, or do you run that, or is it just?
I run that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
How many people did you say?
Oh, there's usually like 800 through the door.
Oh my goodness. And do you educate people then too when you do those types of events?
Yeah, so we offer free education throughout the day. Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Holy moly. I didn't realize how much you did. That's crazy.
We also do the Litha Festival and the Mabin Festival down in Old Colorado City. Just huge like hippie festivals.
Okay. So, what is it that you do for fun then?
I actually garden. I have 9 garden beds in the backyard. I have lots of plants. And
What's your favorite plant besides herbs?
oh, that's
Do you have
silly.
like
That's
flowers, or do you have like, I don't know, what's a plant that is unusual for outside here?
silly. What do I like growing? How about
Well,
Willow and I like to grow peas. We have a really cute little pea garden where it like grows up on a trellis and you can walk underneath it and you just grab down
cool.
peas.
Yeah.
And then we just sit and eat peas all day. Yeah.
That would be my favorite too. I think that's what I did too with both my boys when they were growing up. I just made sure I had one little barrel of peas
Nice.
planted. So then let's go get some peas, and they'd eat them right out of the pods.
Nice.
Oh, they're so good that way. Anybody else go through that? Oh my. So that's what you do for fun, is gardening.
Yeah.
Do you do any kind of sports?
I'm a boarder, a snowboarder.
Okay. Oh, well, see, so having the class in here, are you running that too?
No. I don't know how to wax a board, so I'm really excited that it's coming so that I can learn how to wax a board. But
How long have you been boarding then?
oh, probably 10 years. Well, no, like 20 years.
So since you moved out here?
Yeah.
Well, or I don't know how old you are, but
Yep.
in your 20s, late 20s. Yeah, so, okay, boarding. And were you in sports in school at all?
I was a girl wrestler.
You were?
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Yep.
Were you one of the first?
No, there was a lot of girl wrestlers, but they started doing co-ed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How was that?
It was a blast.
Yeah?
Maybe this story is not good, but we're going to say it anyway. In middle school, there was a girl, and she bullied me, and I found out she was going out for wrestling tryouts. And so I decided to go, and I loved it.
That's why you got
Yeah.
So did you join any other kind of sport then because of a bully?
No. I was
Well, with wrestling, you learn how to.
totally contact sport.
Yeah.
Very observant. Yeah, wrestling was fun. But no, I was a singer in school. I
All
went
the way
to
through.
state in Wisconsin.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very cool. How was that experience? Was it? I went to state in basketball, but I don't know. I mean, I know what that was like, but as a singer?
Yeah, that was interesting. I think I did a German lullaby for state.
And do you still sing now?
Oh yeah, Willow and I have our dance-off parties in the kitchen. Yeah.
Well, I know you have karaoke here as well.
Oh yeah, we're doing every month we do a zodiac celebration karaoke night. So if those people aren't celebrating their birthday with someone, they can wait until their zodiac birthday karaoke night is here so that we can all celebrate together as their birthday.
Huh.
Yeah.
I'd have to go, okay, where does my start and then where does it end?
I'm a Taurus, so we'll definitely have a huge party. And
Yeah?
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
You like to travel. Have you traveled? I mean,
I'm a girl that likes to go to the mountains. I don't
so
care.
just here?
Yeah.
You have not been out of
Yeah,
Colorado?
Colorado is look at our backyard.
I know.
Like there's so much to explore. Walsenburg is one of my favorite places. I love to go down to Lathrop State Park and spend a week there. Salida is another one, and Grand Lake is another one.
Do you fish?
I do not fish. I fished a lot in Wisconsin,
Yeah?
but I have not caught anything here.
Well,
Yeah.
I want to learn how to fly fish though. I think that would be fun.
Yeah. I'm 4'11", so I can only fly fish in, this much water. So
You could do
I don't
that
think I'm gonna be
ashore
doing that.
Or in a boat. My dad used to do it in a boat.
Nice.
So, yeah. I know that you have regulars that come into the cafe. What are some of this? Because I know that you probably hear a lot of people's stories too.
Always. There's so many people that come.
And with what you do to help people in their wellness, what's one of the biggest impacts that you've made or that you remember? from somebody that you've helped? Besides yourself, of course.
You know, there's a lot of people that come in that are just grieving, right? They come in, they know this space, they can sit with this space, and there's like women that just don't really know how to ask for help, and either lost their husband or, you know, something like that. And so there's a grieving counseling that happens, and I can point them in the right direction. I am not a professional. And so I try to get them closer to where they need to go if they need help. And then you won't see them immediately go to the grief counseling, but maybe in like 3 months they go. And then they're like, hey, I went and I met some people. And it's like, awesome. I'm glad that worked for you. There's people that have met here when it was Pikes Perk 20 years ago. And they've been coming here every one time a week with their buddies. So now I have all those old friends that are just really sweet, and oh, hi, Miss Sarah, you know.
Yeah.
So I love that. Yeah, there's ministries that have met here, the priests that are doing their sermons or whatever. They're putting it together for that following Sunday.
Oh, yeah.
And so they work on it here. And
Well, see, and that's why it's just a quiet spot, and that's what I love. That's kind of cool that they come in here to do that, because they find it peaceful too.
yeah.
Yeah. So, going back to who you are, what's the most trouble that you've ever gotten yourself into that you're like,
Oh my God, you want to know this? Why do you want to know this? Wait a second.
I don't know. Does anybody else want to know?
What was the most trouble I've ever gotten into?
Yeah.
What kind of question is this? Okay, I won't get into that, but I will say, being a very very strong-willed woman in this space, there was a lot of masculinity around, this is how you have to run your business. This is how you have to show up in the world. This is how you have to behave and do the things. And a lot of the times people fold and say, yes, I need to fit into other people's boxes. I never folded. So, and I think I learned that really early on from like my brother and my dad, who have been entrepreneurs, right? My dad owned a bar.
Oh boy, you learned a lot from that then.
Oh yeah. But it was called Murphy's Law, and it actually burned down. So if you guys, right. So learning a lot from my dad, but he also, like the first time he ever had a business, he was selling mistletoe door to door.
Oh, how neat.
At like 8 or 9. And then he was hustling the military wives on base to take them on horses. When he was supposed to be just shoveling the poop, he would just snag the horses and then tell some military wives and then get paid to take them on the horse rides.
Wow.
So, I mean, maybe I learned not to get into trouble because my dad got into trouble.
Yes.
Right. So
you learn from other people's mistakes.
Right. But it was entrepreneurial, and I took a spin on it. So, yeah.
Wow. What is your perfect day like?
Sleeping in. That would be awesome.
Do you?
No. I wish.
Okay, what's your sleeping in? Like, you get up at 5 now and sleeping in is till 6?
Oh my gosh, if I could sleep in, I'd sleep in till like 9.
Oh, okay.
10. That would be nice. But that doesn't happen. So, yeah, I wake up, have breakfast with the kid, take her to school, work here a little bit, go home, work on the Essential Wellness Society, the Rooted Herbalist, and then get some laundry and dishes in, and then go pick up the kid from school, have dinner, homework, and then we do a lot of journaling at night. So Willow and I will be on our bed, and the last hour or so is journaling. just kind of giving her the right mindset that I didn't have when I was young. So.
Well, and that's what I was just going to ask you is how do you wind down then if you're so busy during your day? That's what you do then, huh?
Yeah. Being a mama is number one, okay?
Yeah.
I'm the biggest mama bear that you could find. I have a degree in early childhood, so I put so much work into this one that I have. Many of you guys have met Willow, and she's a different kind of breed, and she gets to thrive here. She gets to have communication, conversation with a lot of you, and I appreciate that so much. When I hire people working here, in the job description, I say you have to help me raise my kid.
Oh.
Because it takes a tribe, it takes a village
yes.
to raise this one. And so Willow is getting exposure to all kinds of people and experiences and classes and things like that. So that makes my mama bear very happy. But at night, I'm very much in front of her, very much, creating space that this is the reason why I do this, right? Nobody else is putting her to bed.
Yeah.
So.
That's neat.
Yeah.
Because you only have how many years left now?
No.
No. Well, you're teaching her how to be an entrepreneur.
Yes.
So, I mean, she may be sticking around forever.
Yeah.
And then you'll be like, go.
No.
Go fly. Yes, that's what we're supposed to do with our children.
Yes, I have to learn that eventually, but she's 10. Calm down.
Yeah.
Calm down.
So, do you have any favorite holiday that you like to celebrate?
Holiday. Probably Christmas. I mean, we're not really Christian, so it's more or less winter solstice. So celebrating, kind of going into the cave and being, quiet and lazy and fuzzy blankets and fuzzy socks. That's nice.
And I am Christian, so I, celebrate all of it, right? And I don't know how that looks for what you do. Is it like the 2 weeks of Christmas and New Year's that you do that type of thing, or is it just the whole winter season?
Yeah,
I
just hibernate.
Yeah.
It's nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have a real religion based around that. It's more spirituality. But it's also, we're animals, right? And so we need a hibernation at some point.
Okay. So when you guys try to reach out to me and I tell you I was sleeping, I don't have a problem taking a nap.
Everything hibernates, right?
Yeah.
Plants hibernate, animals hibernate.
So if you had a chance to try something new, what would that look like?
I taught children for 17 years. I worked for other corporations that would teach early childhood education, and it sucked. There were not enough outdoor times. There was not enough sensory times. It was very much come in, get this done, color this sheet. Head Start actually changed.
And hurry.
Yeah, constantly, right? So if I could, I would probably go and open like a Montessori or like a Waldorf-inspired, crunchy, nature-based childcare.
So that's your next project.
Probably.
And this is January 2026. I will date it.
Right?
Because I want to know.
Yeah, just, we aren't nurturing the child as who they are in that space and building confidence. We're saying, come on, let's go, get your shoes on, let's go, we gotta do this, act right, be quiet, sit down, look at this. And that's not how we're supposed to learn, right?
Well, but we do that as adults too.
So
do you have groups like that help people to be more assertive or
Well, okay, so like forest therapy, right? I mean, how often are you going to the mountains? Just a simple forest therapy can take you out into the mountains and connect you.
Not by yourself though.
With, yeah.
I don't know, I got wild animals in my backyard, so.
Yeah. They're not going to attack you.
Oh, okay.
You only heard of one
I might not be able to even call you to let you know, hey, guess what, Sarah?
You've only heard of one mountain lion attack in like 20 years.
Oh,
so
yeah. Okay.
You're good. Odds are, right? Odds are you're good.
Okay, good. I won't chance it though. I'll find a buddy. I'll have a buddy come with me. I'll call you. Hey, I want to go to the forest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Of course, I grew up in Minnesota in the forest, and I think of wood ticks, and it's like I can't even.
Yep. It's a different breed over there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. At least we don't have them.
Yeah.
We have spiders.
Like mosquitoes. You guys don't even know about mosquitoes. Right? Like,
just a little.
They're huge in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
But you know what? Houston's worse. They're like this big.
Oh.
Yeah. At least, in Minnesota and Wisconsin, they're like in groups, so it just looks like they're big. If you think back, even now, I guess, do you have a coach that has changed your life?
Like a mentor? Mm-hmm. There's been a couple mentors. When I owned the wellness center, I had an indigenous healer, which her name is Dr. Red Oak, and she was 86 when I had the wellness center.
Wow.
And she was a Native American that opened a nonprofit that would help the rates of suicide in youth in those groups. And she did this by sound. So sound therapy, sound bath therapy. And she rallied, right, for those kids even at 86. Mm-hmm. So that was an inspiration. Yeah. Definitely.
And then did that make you search for somebody? I mean, is she still around?
Yeah.
Really?
So the idea was that we were going to have parking lot events to support this nonprofit.
Oh, cool.
So we just didn't get a chance to.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, there's always another. Anybody making notes for her? She probably already has all that out there. So 3 words that would describe who you are.
Oh,
I know.
Strong, resilient, and sassy. Yeah, that's good.
Are you pretty closed off?
Oh no, I'm an open book. I mean, obviously, right?
Well, when it comes to your wellness, but.
So yes, I've got a great team of supporters, great connection of friends that really, like, I can call for any type of issue. It's really, you build those relationships. So I have built really good friendships with a lot of people. And it's not just business. It's like, man, today sucked, or whatever. And I can call up and say, walk me through this.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
and that's what you do when you get to that point. Because, we all in business, even if you're working for somebody else as a W-2, it's nice to have somebody that you can call up and just, give them an earful, just so you can get it off your chest. Because I think that holding it in is worse.
Well, and it's nice to talk to other entrepreneurs, like.
Is it all in the wellness center then that you talk with because of?
Oh no.
So you have other. Yeah.
I have to.
Yeah.
The holistic and wellness people, they're a different section, right? They're a little bit more sensitive. Maybe they're wearing their heart on their sleeve versus like someone who's like SEO, social media, gonna just be straight to the point of getting things aligned, right? So it kind of what are my problems? Who can help solve those?
Oh, so you can figure that out then when you get to the where you want to rip your hair out. You know who to call for whatever it is. Great, that's awesome. So what's your favorite phrase? Sassy? I don't know.
I mean, my favorite quote from Fight Club is, do I...
I love it.
No. Yeah, you put me on the spot. I can't think of anything. Right. I think of just kind of you hold yourself accountable, something along the lines of integrity, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can't think of anything off the top of my head.
Are you a risk taker?
Yeah, always.
Yeah. Well, everything that you're involved in, I'm sure that in the beginning it was a huge risk.
Yeah,
I just kind of like, let's just see what happens. And
I think a lot of people say, like, I'm really jealous of your fearlessness. And it's like, well, fearlessness is only ego in that space of who's gonna judge me, what's gonna happen next, or worrying about whatever you look like to other people. I mean, I don't care. So, you know, at the same time, like, yeah, I look fearless, but there had to be something in my life where it was like, you know what, I'm just gonna do it anyway. If it's not the case and people still live in their fear, that's really sad, and I wish I could tell people come out of that. But yeah, not having fear around any of this is really important, because that's only going to stunt you, and I don't need to be stunted.
do you have people in your sphere that can get you out of that funk then when you start getting into the I can't do it mode? Or do you really just talk yourself out of it? Talk yourself into doing something?
Yeah, it just kind of depends. Like, I've got a good support that is always, you got this, you know what to do, right? Take a deep breath. You got, think on it, sit on it, or whatever. Or I've got the other ones that are like, I don't know, figure it out. And it's like, all right, okay, I'll figure it out. But at the same time, like, it depends, right? It depends on what business move you're going into and things like that.
Great.
Yeah.
So I'm going to ask another personal question. Hopefully it won't pause. I don't know. Do you remember your grandma?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Tell me about her. Tell us about her.
Oh, I'm not going to say one of the more important grandmas, but my great-grandma was named Great-Grandma Shelby. And she was on a farm in Wisconsin, and her last name was Konzelberger because she came from Germany. And her only brother passed away, so they couldn't pass on the farm to her, and so they had to move to town. I believe the Konzelberger was her mom's maiden name, so this now makes her name Shelby. So her actual last name was Shablansky, and it sounds too Polish. And in a German town, you can't be Polish because they look at you as stupid. And so my grandpa owned a gas station, and they couldn't put Shablansky on it because it would sound Polish, so they shortened it to Shelby. So Willow's middle name is Shelby.
Oh, how
because my great-grandma Shelby was a spitfire. And she passed away at 96, but she was like almost completely blind, almost completely deaf.
Wow.
But if you got in her way with her walker, she didn't give a she would just walk over and run you down, asking where her Miller Lite was and where her cheese is. Like, rooting for the Packers and just, yeah. So
That's neat.
one time we took her to a Brewer game, and she had a boombox on her shoulder. And mind you, she's like 5 foot. And she's holding this boombox because she can't hear anything. So she's hearing the commentary of the radio station of the game in her boombox, right?
Wow, yeah.
And she turns to me and she's like, "Take me out to the ball." I had bruises.
Oh, she was hitting you?
I had bruises for days. I'm like, "Dad, look, man, like I got bruises." So, yeah, that was my great-grandma. So she helped raise me, and then my dad's mom, which is her daughter, was also just as feisty. So,
So when if you think about your childhood, what day would you go back to if you could?
maybe.
Do you have any memories of something that I know?
All right. So, Salmonorama was a thing in Wisconsin on Lake Michigan, where you would go out at like 3 in the morning and go fishing on someone's boat, and they had age groups of trophies for getting like the biggest salmon, rainbow trout, whatever it was.
What?
And my Uncle Bud, rest in peace, the biggest drunk you could think of. Because in Wisconsin,
Took you out on a boat.
Yeah, oh, totally. Totally. But you know, in Wisconsin, there's more bars than churches.
Yep.
So he would take us out at like 3 o'clock in the morning, and on rocky Lake Michigan, okay? And we would have to fish. We would have to get these giant fish, and so that we could win trophies.
Yeah.
And we would just win another fishing rod or whatever. So that was fun. That was always a blast, you know. I think I won like second place in youth one year for the biggest rainbow trout. And it was like...
Serious?
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know they got that big.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
And then I was so tiny that he just put me in the sink where they gut them, and then I was put next to the fish so that the fish could...
measure up to you to see how big it was, right?
Right.
All right. Well, so is there anybody in the audience that would like to ask some questions?
Uh-oh.
Nothing.
Can you come up here?
Nothing as personal as that. But so you said you have 47 different vendors.
Yeah.
What's your favorite thing that you have in the store?
I love my artists. Okay, so Heather right here, who does the mandala art, she actually teaches class on how to do this. So she's one of my vendors. She sells these mandala pieces, but she also teaches 4 hours a month on how to do it yourself. So I'd say Heather, but I love all my vendors.
Yep.
What is some of the best advice that you have been given with regards to anything?
Okay, so in business, it's go give it a shot. Go try it out. See how it goes. If it doesn't work, you fail. And it's okay to fail. That's been said to me many times by other entrepreneurs. And knowing that you can fail and figure it out afterwards is probably the most secure advice when you're going out on your own as an entrepreneur. So I would say that. Thank you.
Any others? Oh, yes.
Hi there. So you said your daughter's already sassy.
Oh, yeah.
Would you like her to grow up and be like you, or is there something you would like to hear?
Okay, so what I see in Willow is that she's more of a leader in her class, in her friend group. She's got a lot more strength, where I might have been more on the quiet side and was a follower. And so I can say that, yes, sassy, but also knows what she wants, knows how to voice it, knows how to make it happen or help get resources to make it happen. So sassy sounds bad, but it's actually, to me, it's not bad, right?
Yeah, no, I don't take it that way
And
either.
you know,
Yeah.
as an early child educator, I hated it when people would say, "Oh, she's just sassy." But at the same time, it does provide that leadership that is lacking in a lot of young women or young girls that, you know, don't know how to voice what they need. So, yeah.
Time for one more question if somebody has one.
I got a question from you. The good way to raise kids is feeding them sticks and dirt, so that's good, gets their immune system.
Yeah,
going.
micro.
But through the herbs and things like that, you got any advice with people with diabetics that would like to get away from their medicines?
Yeah, there's all kinds of things. You know, everybody's body is different. And so how I would do an herbal consultation is I would sit down and go over like food, how you're sleeping. It's all about physical, emotional, mental, spiritual. So if you're constantly running your body and not sleeping, that's going to affect someone with diabetes differently, right? So all I can say is there's a lot of research on what you're eating and what you're being told with the food pyramid. So, yeah.
Great.
Longer answer.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
So I like to learn about business. I like to learn who the people are. And I'm a huge connector in this community. So if I hear something that's like, you know what, I think they would really benefit from A, B, and C, I would love to connect you guys. I really, that fills my bucket, right? So that's kind of my thing. So I need to know what you do, how you do it. I like to find the essence of the person running that business and what their true goal is or mission is.
Thank you, everybody. I really appreciate you, the studio audience, coming, and Sarah for being a guest on the Sips and Stories show.
Yes, thank you.
And then, of course, in order for, and Sarah, if you can let everybody know how to reach you so that, you know, in case somebody...
Okay, you heard my spiel about emails. Yeah, if you want to email me, treehousecafecos@gmail. You can also go on my website and fill out the little form. You can also come in here and have coffee, and if you see me, you can tap me on the side and say, I want to set up a one-on-one.
What's your journey? What's your story? And most importantly, what makes you thrive? We'll see you on the next story.